Okay. Why am I... What just happened? Why did my internet connection die? Huh. Okay. Well, let's start back up. I gotta reload this, apparently. Not sure what happened there, but I disconnected, and now we're back. So let's relog in, shall we? It says that the internet connection is unstable, and I'm not sure why. Can everyone hear me okay? Huh. Not sure why it's doing that. It might just be because it's peak hours. All right. All right. So let's continue on our journey. And hopefully we won't just disconnect again. We abided by the god's selection, but why do you suppose the two of us were grouped together? Why? Because you make the most intriguing pair. The god's felling hero and the world-faring explorer. I shall relish the chance to learn about both of you. Now then, the others have already set forth, so let us do the same. Aside from my own mark, I believe we'll find those of Thaliac and Halone in Mordona and Curthus. Ook ook, says the baby Oppo. Ook ook, ook you and the Duker. Oh my, what an adorable creature. Delighted to meet you, little one. It seems to want to join us too. What an unusual company this has become. The gods truly know no inhibition. Forgive me, Saucy, I couldn't have anticipated this turn of events. And now it's saying it's excellent. I'm not sure what happened. It's like every time I AFK, that's when it decides to be funky, I guess. Interesting. Alright, Menfina, what you got for us? Menfina is fairly bouncing up and down in her eagerness to set forth. Well, what are we waiting for? Let us seek out the marks at once. Yes, no need to be so hasty. Shall we then, Saucy? The nearest mark is Thaliax, just outside Mordona. If memory serves, it overlooks the lake at a place called Wrathfrost. Let's go. Can we go this way? You have to go up. So I believe this is the same place that... No, it's not the same place. Almost the same place. Yeah, I believe, what's her name was buried up there. Up on that hill, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's... Oop, I don't want to talk to Derek. He's got the quest. The scroll. Now then, we're to hold out an instrument to the stone. Would you care to do the honors here, Saucy? I would care. Ah. The instrument vibrates rapidly. "'Tis done. The information held in the stone has been etched. As Althik said, these stones are eternal. No matter their shape or location, their nature is unchanging. Together with the monument and the amphilos, they have remained the same since time immemorial. 'Twas the love that men bear for us, and we for the star, that compelled us to create the monument and the stones. And though men do not know the truth of the stones, they offer them prayer. This act is a manifestation of your bond with us, while the stones are a manifestation of our bond with the star. And so, by praying to the stones, you effectively cultivate a bond between yourselves and us and the star. Delightful, is it not?" Ahem. Though we appreciate your eagerness to talk, perhaps we should save some conversation for the destinations to come. If we linger too long in any one place, we are liable to be late to reconvene with the others. Then let us make for the central highlands of Kurthus. Within the Fury's gaze, my own mark awaits. Speak with Derek at Fury's Gate. That's just outside of Foundation. So we will go there. Right? Isn't this? Oh, no. No, I don't want to be here. I want to go to Dragonhead. Camp Dragonhead. Alright. Now let's go all the way down over there. I guess we could have just gone out of the gate and then flown this way. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can't see anything because of the weather. Over the mountain. Down into the valley. Or this way? Or is it a cave? There must be a cave. right here. Spears. There it is, the mark of the Fury. It wouldn't do to burden you constantly. I shall extract the information this time. Sick, dude. Super sick. Looking back, Alone, you've grown noticeably more imposing this past millennium. There are also more statues in the Heaven of Ice. Oh, but an idea occurs to me. Saucy, this time I want you to share what you know about the worship of Halone. I dare say it will be interesting to hear what mankind thinks of her from your perspective. Church is returning to its roots and moves to separate itself from the state. The Ishgardian Orthodox Church is the heart of faith in the Fury. Often here. Well, yeah, all three of these are true. But I'm going to go with this. Ah, so the people's faith continues to evolve. You and yours are ever on the move, marching inexorably forward. It is a quality I find quite admirable. Well, how very fascinating. 'Tis a fine thing indeed to hear directly from mortals. Still, as much as Halone loves her children, it troubled her to see them at war with the dragons. See those who share this star spill each other's blood. As you should well know, Menfina, it isn't our place to judge the faith of mortals. Even when we lend them our aid, we must refrain from intervening in their affairs. Lest there be any doubt, mankind's faith in us is mankind's alone. By your prayers, our forms are become that which they need to be. It still sounds like primals. Apologies for the wait. Acquired the information, have you? Excellent. Let us proceed to the next mark. Mine. As I recall, it lies near the Steel Vigil, by the cliff west of the entrance. Follow me. Hoppity hoppity hop. Hop hop hop. Herp herp herp. Now, Steel Vigil is like all the way north, is it not? Yeah, so we should just teleport to Dragonhead. Go north. It's been a long time since I've played this game, but I still remember where everything is. There's very few cases where I don't. It's just, I don't know, it's just fascinating to me how much this game has stuck with me. And I guess I've been playing it for a long time, but still. Menfina. Well now, aren't we quick? My mark lies just ahead. Let's wait for the others and then continue together. Oh, look, someone's praying. How delightful to see one of my faithful children. That looks suspicious. O benevolent goddess, grant me deliverance. I beseech you, save my soul. He looks incredibly sad. You're the one who was hunting down the lambs of Dalamud. I knew it. Knew you wouldn't stop until you've dealt with every last one of us, and now you've come for me. Ah, to think that this is her will. The lambs of Dalamud. They are not the cult that appeared prior to the Seventh Umbral Calamity, are they not? In the name of their faith, they abducted and sacrificed innocent souls, did not fear death. I've committed no crimes, I swear it. Menfina as my witness. In the beginning, we simply prayed to the twin moons for Dalamud to one day shepherd our souls to the bosom of his mistress. But it all changed when Dalamud began turning red. More and more of us began believing that he was our savior, that we must prove our loyalty with our lives, else we would suffer eternal damnation. So that's how your group took on its fanatical ways, and it came branded to be a dangerous cult. At some point, I assume you were tasked with hunting them down. I used to be a merchant in Ul'dah, but timid as I am, I struggled to survive in that cutthroat world. That's why I turned to Menfina. I wanted to bask in her gentle acceptance and gain courage from her strong and faithful hound. They were my solace, the only way I could be at peace with myself. But they took it from me, my fellows who committed those horrible deeds, and those who reviled me as one of them. They took it away. Took away what? You're strong, aren't you? Grant me deliverance, I beg you. Judge me and show me the way. This is pretty intense. I just can't bear it anymore. What good is a god I can't see who won't grant me a thimble of succor no matter how much I pray? You mustn't seek in men what you seek in gods. Strong as he is but a mortal. Like you, arguable. Like you, he is made of flesh and blood and possessed of his own will. Nothing more, nothing less. It avails you not to raise others up while belittling yourself. You are your own person, with a path to make your own to walk. With a path of your own to walk, even should you be taken by despair. Even should you be taken by despair. That you are here now makes you no different from this man. So believe me when I say all will be well. Keep your faith in Menvina. Believe in her love and grace, and you will surely learn to love others as well as yourself. Please forgive me for my unseemly outburst. I had been feeling lost, and all my anguish came spilling out. It was Menvina herself who brought you here, I am certain. Well, to encourage and guide me. Taking your words to heart, I'll try searching a new path. Should you feel lost again, take to the road. See what is out there. Learn how others live and think. You're bound to find your way. This guy, he has to be Askan. Askan, whatever his name is. He's gotta be. There's no way he's not. He just lives and breathes. Blessings be upon your road ahead, dear child. Did you say something? Nah. I didn't say anything. I'm the warrior of light. My tongue got taken away before this game came out. Unsolicited though it was, I don't regret saying those words to him. He needed to hear them. But come, Saucy. This time it's your turn to extract the information. In the distance, there's Horschafont's memorial. Right there. See? It's in the corner. Right behind the thing. Just a little reminder. The instrument vibrates rapidly. Forgive me, Saucy. I fear I've caused you trouble. Not at all. I'm relieved to know that. You truly are strong, in body and spirit both. Far be it from me to ask this of you, but please do not hold it against that child. We do not wish for our existence to bring grief to our children. Yet no matter which faith, we are who we are because of those who believe in us. My hound is no exception. He was born when men came to worship the object their ancestors cast unto the heavens. We are not all powerful. We can't grant all of mankind's wishes. Nonetheless, we always hear you. No hope is too small, no prayer too faint. I just wanted to make that clear, lest you forget. We love mankind dearly. I believe you. Something appears to weigh upon Derek's mind. With this, we have completed our task and may return to the envelope. Yet, I can't help but think about Kryl. Grahatia seemed to be worried about her, did not? It was as if something weighed on her mind. Though she is in the company of deities, I find myself worrying too. Yeah, I think that's probably your best approach, my guy. If there are no objections, let us seek out Kryl. She is headed to the Twelves Wood with Nafika and Byergot, yes? They are presently too far away from us for us to sense, but we should be able to locate them once in the forest. I see. In that case, let us make for Gridania. Gridania. Gridunia. Gridiana. Gridan. Gridan. Gridanina. Grandinania. Gradinania. So here we are in Gridania. Can you sense Nafika and Byergot? Virgo? Virgo. Virgo. I do, but something is strange. Indeed, they appear to be in different places. Nafika is nearer of the two, and is quite close by. I shall go and find her. Wait, you mustn't go off on your own. Wait, you mustn't go off on your own. Ugh, confound it all. After her, Saucy. Grenadier. Grisania. Gringingia. Griginiana. Grindindania. Hey, Edwin. Edwin Rui, Final Fantasy XIV. Well, now, I wasn't expecting to see you all here. Is aught the matter? Hi. Hey, girl, hey. What's going on? Hey. I'm just here streaming the new Alliance raid. I haven't done it yet, so kind of been doing that. I also streamed all of the MSQ, so well, now I wasn't expecting to see you all here. Is that no, I apparently always had it. I have 4 days left. Holy mole. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, that sort of was a thing that happened. You're supposed to be with Kryl and Virgo. Where are they? Is hola mola. Hola mola. You're supposed to be with Kryl and Virgo. Where are they? Oh, we became separated while I was distracted listening to the elementals. The beings are the voice of those who call the wood home. As I'm the patron of this land, they could not help but report to me. Holy moly. Yeah, so I have 4 days left, and so I'm just trying to push through before it ends. And then I can figure out something for later, but right now, this will do. You gods can sense each other. Even should you become separated, shouldn't it be simple matter to find them again? Yeah, I was just reading the story. I like the story. And actually, I was actually thinking about going back and redoing all the story. So, yeah. Or at least parts of it. I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah, you better. Eat you up, you don't. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. But I would appreciate it if you did. Man. Oh, man. Indeed, 'twould seem you are keeping something from us, Nafika. Bible thump. Angie. Oh, Helone, there is simply no fooling you. Very well. I shall confess all. The wild child, or the wild child. Wild child, fast as a beast. Okay. The child Kryle wanted to visit our stones alone, you see, to complete her task without us watching over her. We merely respected that wish. With her abilities, I do not believe she is in any danger, but the warrior that he is, but the warrior that he is, Virgo decided to follow after her discreetly. If this is her wish, then indeed we must abide by it. As for Virgo, yes, I sense him in the place men call the South Shroud. One of the stones is situated there, I believe near Camp Tranquil. Let us search for that area for Virgo. If we find him, we should find Kryle as well. That's Camp Tranquil. That's Camp Tranquil. Which one is Camp Tranquil? Camp Tranquil is South Shroud. That's the one that's in the lake, or the swamp area. That's where all the Spriggans are, so I'm assuming that's Virgo's symbol. Right? Suspicious Spriggan. Because there's that area that goes up. Pretty sure. What brings you all here? What brings you all here? We understand you've been following Kryle. Where is she? It's Rauger's sign? No, that's... Yeah. No, that's Virgo's. Right. Virgo's blessing has the hand. Right. Having acquired information from my stone, she now makes for Althix. I keep my distance to avoid being seen, and I was about to continue on when you appeared. Althix Stone is her last destination, is it not? Let us all go and meet her there. If everyone so wishes, then very well. But really, Virgo is more like,
to hasten our passage, I shall call upon Master Rauger's servants to bear the mortals. I pick thing up, I put thing down. Big manly man.
Oops. Just gonna punch my microphone. Every single time. Don't mind me. See? I just keep hitting my microphone. Alright, Derek, what you got for us? Seems that we have the use of these hawks. Let's see if we can spot Kryle from above. I will bring our companions, so you needn't be worried about them. Are you ready, Saucy? Yeah, sure. You jump on a hawk. Go, my feathered friend, fly like the wind. Like the wind, bullseye. Yeah, that's something birds can do. They can just hover. I must thank you, Saucy. Talking to you helped me to find the resolve to seek out Kryle. No signs of her here. Let's continue on to Althix Stone. Why is it storming everywhere in Eorzea? Is there a reason for that? There she is already. She certainly wastes no time. Well now, did you come all this way just to check on me? I've been on edge, worrying that I might stumble into Odin, so you gave me a bit of a fright. Nafika tells us that you wish to travel alone. What prompted you to send the gods away? It's a little difficult to explain. I suppose I wanted to seek the answer in my own way. All the gods told us if we wish to know the truth, we must discover it for ourselves. In spite of this, they've seen fit to not only set us upon the right path, but accompany us besides. Yeah, I was kind of confused about that too. This bespeaks the faith that they have in man's spirit of inquiry, and it gives me heart. After all, 'tis the self-same spirit that defines the students of Baldessian. Like everyone, I want to uncover the truth of the 12, to know their aspirations and understand them. In having seen a dear friend embark on countless adventures, I've developed the desire to see and experience the world for myself. There are dangers out there, of course, but I wanted to prove that I could handle them and perform my task. Smiles and warrior of light. I see. Indeed, as much as we can learn from others, there's no substitute for seeing with one's own eyes. And in yours, I see the gleam of yearning for exploration and discovery. It reveals to me the love you bear for our star, and it makes me glad. What's all this? What's this all of a sudden? It's embarrassing when you say such things with a straight face. He's gotta be. He's gotta be. It's gotta be. Kryl knows. Kryl knows. Kryl obviously knows. Right then. I've yet to acquire the information here, so I'll tend to it at once. Perhaps you'd like to wait for me at Quarry Mill. Nods and Warrior of Light. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. There's no way it's not. He just keeps talking about it. He just keeps opening his mouth. And every single time, it just makes me more and more suspicious of him. I just don't get it. Let's wait for Kryl here. Why is he being so secretive about it? That's my problem with it. Is why does he feel the need to be so secretive about it? Like all the other gods are like, "Oh yeah, no, we're gods. Yep, it's us. We're the gods." But not me. Not me. Let's wait for Kryl here. Nafika and Birago are with her, so she'll be fine. First the man at Menfina's Mark, and now Kryl. In the course of traveling with you and yours, it seems I inevitably end up encroaching upon others' lives. Ookie, Book Duke. Aye, yours as well. Though nothing binds you to me, you followed me ever since I tended your wounds. You're free to go anywhere, you know. A person's life belongs to that person alone. Others can't be expected to assume responsibility for it, and thus is it wrong to interfere. Every time he opens his mouth, every single time. Alas, once I've glimpsed someone's heart, I find I can't avert my Alas, once I've glimpsed someone's heart, I find I can't avert my Well, that's embarrassing. It truly is difficult to be amidst people. Derek casts a languid gaze to and fro. Languid. Languid. It doesn't take too long to extract the information. Trial should be here any moment now. Languid. Apologies for the wait. With that, I've obtained information from all of my stones. You've taken care of yours already, yes? Mm-hmm. Nods in Warrior of Light. Thank you for worrying about me. While it's good to know that I can handle myself, I'm heartened to be doing this with all of you. I owe you thanks as well, Birgo and Nafika, for accepting my request with good grace. Think not of it. You did well to seek your task through, little one. Indeed. Come, let us return to the Amphilos. Let us return. Let us leave. Shall we leave? I will leave. Will you leave? I've said that about 30 times now. It's just because they keep saying, let us leave this place, or let us go somewhere else. Let us go. Let us go. Let us go. I thought she was about to go, like, on some crazy adventure to, like, Oshan's, mark? And then, like, accuse Derek of being Oshan or something. Some craziness. You took your time, Saucy. Did something happen? Kind of. Ah, so you rendezvoused with Kryal. How was your experience with the gods, if I may ask? Not only did you help a disillusioned man find his way, you looked in on Kryal besides. Thank you, Saucy. As you as well, Derek. I fear I'll overstep my bounds, but what's done is done. We shall return to our sanctums. You have our gratitude for the delightful time. By holding your instruments out to the monument, you will be able to augment the missing information. Be well, dear children. Off to their respective lands. Shall we then? Of course, it's a tombstone. Of course, it's a tombstone. Everyone else has a book, and we have a tombstone, of course. I called it. I said it. All right, epigraph, let's go. Amazing. What was impossible to decipher is now crystal clear. Crystal clear. Without further ado, I shall read out the epigraph. Poo pee pee. As beings who endure by the will of the star, we are susceptible to the influence of hopes and prayers. Thus do we commit our yokes herein, lest we stray from our purposes. He who is named Birgo shall preside over construction, his duty to fortify the works of men and encourage them to build. He who is named Rauger shall preside over destruction, his duty to galvanize the star's beating heart and facilitate mankind's regeneration. She who is named Azema shall preside over the sun, her duty to nurture its life-giving light, illuminate the truth for all to see. He who is named They who are named Naldthal shall preside over the subterrane, his duty to make gleam the riches hidden in the darkest depths, and in men themselves. She who was named Naufika shall preside over fertility, her duty to fill the land with life, prepare a path of peace and plenty. He who is named Althic shall preside over space and time, his duty to endow the star with material vigor, that mankind's march may never cease. She who is named Halone shall preside over the glaciers, her duty to hold the melting ice at bay, and imbue men with constancy and tranquility. She who is named Menfina shall preside over the moon, her duty to perpetuate the turning of night and day, and foster love in the hearts of all. He who is named Thaliak shall preside over the rivers, his duty to quench the thirst of men, and water their minds with wisdom. She who is named Naimea shall preside over the stars, her duty to preserve the celestial fabric of the seasons, and weave the threads of men's lives. She who is named Lime Lane, right? It's been a while since I played this game. Shall preside over the seeds, her duty to administer the tides and inspire men to come together as one, seek new horizons. He who is named Oshan shall preside over the mountains, his duty to sustain the breath of the firmament, and in wandering, share in men's solitude. He who is unnamed shall watch unflinching. His duty, stand guard over his charge, always and unto the end. I think I found out who the final boss is going to be. There's the 13th. There the epigraph concludes. We've been given quite a lot to ponder. To stand guard. Does that mean Derek is the 9th? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out in a year. Super excited for that. The wait gets me every time. But I'd rather them take their time and get it right. Hopes and prayers influencing their nature. Have you any thoughts on the contents of the epigraph, Saucy? The prayers of her faithful made Halone more imposing. The worship of Dalamud brought forth Menfina's hound. You mean to say that prayers have changed the 12 into their present forms? That is rather hard to believe. Given what we now know of Dynamis, I believe it is entirely possible. In the presence of that energy, hopes and prayers have more tangible results than one might expect. Its power may be curbed upon our star, but over thousands of years of worship, it could have influenced the gods in various ways. Ways such as that which Sasi just described, for one. Others that come to mind are Halone's shield and spear, which reflect her status as a goddess of war, and Naimea's spinning wheel, which is an apt apparatus for the goddess of fate. Thus did they create this monument, this yoke, that they might never lose sight of their duty, no matter how much they change. I'm inclined to agree with you, Raha. The gods wrote that they endure by the will of the star. I guess that would imply the will of the people, too. Who that refers to, we all know too well. Eidolon. Yeah. By sundering reality, she must have known that she would shake the very foundation of existence. Anticipating the potential chaos, I suspect she charged her collaborators with maintaining stability. Well, that's something that we've suspected since day one, but I thought it wasn't. Or, well, I shouldn't say since day one, since we've learned about Heidelin and does that imply Heidelin is the 13th then? Because she was the only one of the gods that was charged, right? With any task. But why would she remain nameless? I don't know. If this is true, then might not the 13th unnamed be the Watcher on the Moon? Good point. That raises a good point, actually. The pieces certainly fall into place. I wonder if he would be willing to share what he knows. Derek seems, again, all too calm, not surprised at all by any of this. Whereas, like, everyone else is like, as it stands, we've yet to encounter 3 gods. As there's no telling what may happen once we've fought them all, I believe we should try to uncover as much of the truth as we can, the better to know how to proceed. That end, ere we seek out the Watcher, Raha and I shall return to Charlian to compile our findings. The data from the analyzer not least of all. To think with the investigation might lead us to the moon, I eagerly look forward to the next stage of our field work. Saucy, like as not, yet more grueling encounters with the gods await. You should rest up and gather your strength. We're not even going to go to talk to the Watcher? We should go talk to the Watcher. Please, let's go talk to the Watcher first. Let's go talk to the Watcher first before we just stop. Because I feel like that's what they're about to do. That's what it feels like. I don't want it to stop. I just want to go talk to the Watcher first. Not long now, ere we arrive at the truth. Yeah, Derek is... knows a lot more than he's letting on. For the longest time, I've journeyed alone, not involving myself in the affairs of others. But I've enjoyed our time together. You've undertaken the investigations with all earnestness, and it has been a pleasure to be a part of it. When I imagine the moment we must part ways, I can't help but be saddened. It surprises me that I feel that way. Forgive me, I did not mean to wax sentimental. If you'll excuse me, I shall head outside for some fresh air. There he goes again, Saucy. Do you suppose you could follow after him? I can't quite say why, but I feel as though he'll suddenly vanish one day, never to return. Okay, so they're all but confirming that he's Oshan, Oskan, whatever his name is. If they don't reveal it now, they're basically all but revealing it. Unless they're gonna throw in some plot twist that he's not. And he's actually something much fouler. Or something along those lines. I'm guessing this is going to be the last quest. Oh, 'tis you, Saucy. What is it? Snowgim's worried that I'll suddenly vanish, you say? Well, as the saying goes, all things must come to an end, whether we will it or no. When our work is finished, we must go our separate ways. Doing so will sadden me, as you know. Yet that sadness is part of the joy I've derived from our companionship. So I will accept it when the time comes, and strive with you to the last. Ook? As you know, my friend, I would rather you live your own life. But having helped you, I won't send you away against your will. Well, you are a busy man, so I won't keep you. As before, rest assured, I will share with you any tidings I receive from Kryl. Take care, my friend, and see you again in due course. Square Enix leaving me off with cliffhangers, questions. Who do they think they are? Okay. There is the other quest. There's a couple other quests that we have to do. The first one is the side quest with the our Ooey Gooey friend. And I believe there's another one, if I remember correctly. I think it's this one. This is the Ooey Gooey friend. And then we also have Manderville that we have to do. And then we can also do Island Expansion, which I probably should have started with. just so that I could get that going. But I don't really think that far ahead. So we're just gonna do this Shadowed Pasts once more. But before we get there, I believe what we're going to do is we are going to go take a break. 5 minutes. Stand up, stretch, get something to drink, relax a little bit, and come back after that. All right. Where's hopefully it doesn't disconnect like it did last time. So. All right. Did not forget to unmute myself. It looks like stream is still going, so that's a good thing. So now we're going to learn a little bit more about Ruby Caliente and Waterman. I believe whatever his name is, Nyazo, whatever his name is. I can't pronounce names. What do I look like? A name pronouncer? The Radiant Scout is keeping a close eye on the sullen-eyed Void Scent. Ah, if it isn't Master Saucy. Last time we spoke, I have continued keeping an eye on the Void Scent. While the creatures have given me no reason to believe that they pose a danger, the rest of them remain at large. My fellows and I have yet to come by any eyewitness information, but their forms being what they are, they cannot have gotten far. Of course, it would make our search easier if they were likewise drawn to the rods at hand. My other selves have been telling me about their adventures. Truly, your world is a fascinating place. Both of these are correct. So, you've enjoyed hearing my tales? I would be glad to share more with you. Once I've found the rest of me, that is. The others have more knowledge of mighty Void Scent, you see. The sensation. Could it be? Yes, I feel them. The rest of myself. They're very close now. There's 4 of them, and unless I'm mistaken, they're somewhere in the city. Please find them for me, that I might be whole again. As before, by way of payment, they will tell you about powerful Void Scent and their pasts. Now, the nearest appears to be this way. Perhaps that is a good place to start. The rest of its fellows appeared in the cities? Then you had best track them down. Judging by the direction, I expect the nearest one to be in Dharma. I leave the creatures in your capable hands. Okay. Bum 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 boom bum bum boom bum beep 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 boo ba beep boo ba beep ba ba boo bee boo ba boo bee. Wayward Hectai. You've been looking for me, you say? Sorry for the trouble. I found a place with beautiful water, and I thought I'd have a rollick, but ended up being washed away. I tried to get back upstream, swimming against the flow, and had managed to come this far when you appeared. After all that effort, I'd like nothing more than to reunite with my other selves. But if you've been promised a tale, then you shall have one. There's a fisherman. Nothing but small fry. See that mortal there? He fished me up, but promptly released me while calling me a hideous slug. I don't know what that was about, but it worked out well enough. Oh, to be out in the open sea and catch something big. But until I can afford a halfway decent rod, I'll just put up with this tired old fishing rod. Guy's stuck with a weathered rod. That sucks. I know the feeling well. The desire to chase after big fish. I used to be a fisherman too, you see, together with my brother. But the Contra Memoria wreaked havoc on the ocean's aether, and nary any fish remained to be caught. Each morning, we would wake up not knowing whether we'd have food to fill our bellies. Is he going to tell us about himself? On a day like so many before, we were waiting in vain for a bite, my brother's face fixed in a grimace. And I assumed he was cursing the war in his mind, but it turned out he was thinking about something else altogether. And when he finally spoke, frustration was plain in his voice. Even if there were fish to catch, is this how I'm going to live out my days? Sitting endlessly with a pole in my hand? It's like dying a slow death. Can't take it anymore. More so than our privation, it was the mundane, unchanging nature of our lives that bothered him. And the next instant, he blurted out, "That's it! If there's a war, I'm gonna fight too. That way I won't be bored, at least." And just like that, he threw aside his rod and set off, right into the thick of the conflict. Damn it! It's over. just out of nowhere. No armor, no nothing. Just, oh god, crazy man in. Hell yeah. No thought, no side. Just beating the crap out of people. Whoever you are, I'm in your debt. Having exhausted my powers, I was all but defeated, but now none remain to oppose me here. Perhaps you would consider serving me. You would be well rewarded, of course. I could grant you riches, castles. He's gonna punch him too. What's the meaning of this? Weren't you a friend? Friend? I'm just after some excitement, so come on, give it to me. Is this Kenyazo? Kenyazo? Is that who this guy is? There you are. Thank heavens. What were you thinking, taking on Memoriates with your bare fists? However strong you may be, you're lucky to be alive. Alive. Yes, I've never felt so alive. Where are you going? No more chasing small fry for me. From now on, I'm going to live for the thrill of battle. I'll seek out those stronger than me, and I'll give them a taste of my fist. Never have I felt so alive as I did, risking life and limb, he said as he strode away, never to return. Sometime afterwards, a rumor reached me of a fearsome warrior. The man would arrive unannounced on a battlefield, trounce anyone and everyone indiscriminately, before disappearing again. Cagnazzo, he was called, and cursed for a feral dog. That was enough for me to know that my brother was. That was enough for me to know that my brother still lived. This hectai seems to be connected to all of the elemental lords. Might be something more than just a random hectai. I can't imagine that it would be too much more, but it was only when I became a Void Son that I became to understand my brother, understand the emptiness he felt in his mundane life. It inspired me to want to break free from my own unchanging existence, and instilled in me a life longing, and instilled in me a longing for this world, and for all of his quirks. He was a good and kind brother, always looking out for me and helping me with my fishing. Like everyone, he must have turned into a void scent. If he had the chance to come here, I believe he would have found a purpose in life, a proper one. Thanks to you, I could relive those old memories. And with that, I had best go and join my other selves. Be seeing you. Okay. Interesting. Lots of interesting things. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Yeah, we wanted to go here. And we want to ignore this one and just go straight over here. I'm assuming this is probably the next one. What business does a mortal have with me? The rest of me are safe? Thank goodness. It was worth risking myself to let the others escape. No sooner had we arrived in this world than we were attacked by fearsome creatures of stone. I drew their attention, and after scrambling hither and yon, managed to get myself to safety. But two so jealously guard treasure, you mortals must be truly fond of it. Lo, there's another place for storing it right here, right there. They say it's mountain after mountain of treasure in there. We just need to find the coffers that act as portals. And then survive the guardians and deadly fiends. I don't like the chances with the three of us. Less of means a bigger share for each. I mean, if you guys are in Stormblood era, you guys should have no problem. Exactly, besides, what's an adventure without a little danger? I'm not really sure about this. To unwillingly throw oneself into danger, it's truly a strange mortal quirk. Unlike your kind, we Void Scent are quite risk-averse. For instance, we wouldn't think to challenge a stronger being. Except for him, perhaps, an odd fellow who loved fighting for its own sake. Cagnazzo. His name was Cagnazzo, and there was nothing he feared in his domain. Employing deception, he trapped his foes and drowned them in a bottomless mire. It mattered not how strong they were, all fell before him. Yet despite his victories, he never felt truly satisfied, and through a chance meeting, he would learn the reason why. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That you should repel my attack. You're tougher than I expected. To whom do I speak? I'm Cagnazzo, and I'll bet you're the one they say is seeking out the strong. Well, if it's battle you want, then you need look no further. Lest you misunderstand, I do not desire fruitless battle. On the contrary, 'twould seem that it is you who seek out the strong. Why? When you're hungry, you devour, it doesn't matter who. Your luck ran out when you strolled into my domain. None would risk themselves simply because of an empty stomach. Nay, my friend, the source of your hunger lies elsewhere. What's this ether so pure and sublime? There's so much of it. I'm ripe to burst, and yet I still don't feel satisfied. Do you see? 'Tis not for aether that you thirst, but battle. You'll not quench this thirst with stagnant swamp water. Nay, not save that of a raging torrent will sate you. What do you mean? There is no joy to be had in ensnaring your quarry. For victory to for victory to have savor, you must place yourself in the midst of danger. If you join me, I shall see to it. You never want for dread foes to grant you satisfaction. What say you? Why do I feel as though I've remembered something important? Whoever you are, I would know more. And thus did he find a place to belong, upon the fine line that divides the devourer and the devoured. If he could do battle with just one worthy foe, he told himself, he could go to his uh, rest forever satisfied. From that day forth, King Yazo tirelessly sought those who might be able to best him, each time hoping for bliss, but knowing that, like as not, disappointment ultimately awaited. Sounds like someone familiar. Sounds like a Xenos clone. A yearning so strong, nothing else matters. You have such a thing driving you too, mortal? Looking back, it was extremely reckless of me to come to this world, but it has been worth every bit of danger and more. I can't wait to share my experiences with myself. I'll be on my way now. Thanks to coming to find me. Thanks for coming to find me. Thanks to for coming find me too. Alright, let's learn more about Ruby Caliente. That's really who I was interested in. Rest of me are here too? What a relief! I was taking in the sights of a nearby village when I realized I had become separated. I'm glad I decided to follow the clamor and head to the city. There are so many mortals here, so many beautiful buildings. Father, what is this building? This, my boy, is the resting place of the great Alzadal. Centuries ago, he journeyed here from the mainland, helped to end the war between the Matanga tribes, an act which laid the foundation for the nation of Rodzadhan. So it's thanks to them that we all get along. Ah, a tomb, a place for mortals to remember their dead. It calls to mind people from my own past. My mother, who died at Contra Memoria, and the ones who laid her to rest. Ruby Caliente was a mortician? Long ago, long ago, there lived two powerful mages. It was said that none could match their might, yet they nevertheless continued to hone their skills at their training ground, up a peak called Mount Ordeals. One day, fell fiends began attacking villages invoked. Upon hearing the grim tidings, the mages came to a resolution. Through years of training, we have mastered our flames. It is time for us to employ them for the salvation of the world. Oh, so it's Ruby Caliente is actually two people. So it was that the pair descended the mountain and set about vanquishing the fiends. Just that one left. Leave it to me. No, don't. Please don't hurt her. Don't hurt my mother. Your mother? Yeah, fire 4. Or foul. Or whatever. Sure, what do I do? You have sleep in your kit. Just use sleep. Seems I have no choice. Fire 4. Oh, wait, is he LBing? Is that what he's doing? What is he doing? Oh, that's... Oh. Fielder in a Memoria. What? She's turned into a crystal. So it's just one person. I said that I would save the world, but I couldn't even save a single life. My flames were meant to be like the sun. They were meant to protect, to keep warm, light the way. And yet, in his great fury at his failings, the mage's face turned red as ruby. Thus did the girl choose to call him Ruby Caliente. Spicy red. The mage returned to his mountain, where he buried his comrade. On the gravestone, he etched words of admonishment. Continued his training alone. Sorry, dude. One day, when visiting his comrade's grave, he found that a familiar crystal had been left there. Its presence lifted a great weight off his chest. Without words, it told him that the girl was grateful for what he did. That day, he regained something he had lost, and descending the mountain once more, he embarked upon a journey, determined to use his powers for good. As sad as it was to lose a precious life, it's sadder still to think to lose one's purpose. Mount Ordeals has been swallowed up by darkness, and his comrade's grave with it. Wherever Ruby Caliente may be, I like to believe that the little girl still remains in his heart. Well, it's past time I rejoined the others. It was nice talking to you, mortal. Okay, Ruby Caliente's a nice guy. I mean, I kind of got that from the trial and speaking to him, but he seemed to be of the Void Scent, one of the more well reasoning versus like Barbicia and Cagnazzo. Or even Caglione. What? I'm calling me, you say? I can appreciate my separation anxiety, but I answer to no one, not even myself. I am my own master. I do what I like, when I like. I will rejoin the others at my own leisurely pace. Okay, dude. Chill out. Mortals, on the other hand, always seem to be busy at work. Short as your lives are, one would think you'd spend more time on leisure. You're truly strange creatures. Still burning strong, just like the start of the experiment. Ugh, by the sisters. But tending the flame is mind-numbing work. Someone has to do it, I suppose, but I just wish it wasn't me. Tending the flame, that reminds me of a void scent I once knew. Ruby Caliente? He watched over a beacon fire, seeing to it that it remained ever lit. Unlike that mortal, however, he did it of his own volition. Such an act served no practical purpose in our world. Even if night and day existed, we void scent don't rely upon light. Yet he persisted. Though perplexed by his curious ritual, I somehow found myself helping him with it. Bow, bow, bow. Rubicante was his name, and he went about his task dutifully. Wait a second. I gotta message somebody. Others mocked him for his meaningless act. Oh, yeah, I gotta click on it. But it must have held some manner of meaning to him, and so, when I chanced to find the beacon guttered out, I made certain to let him know. For time out of mind, this routine continued uninterrupted until that fateful day when Golbez showed up and screwed it all up. I see flames dancing in the distance. Who should I find tending it but a mage of considerable might? With such power, surely you can do more than keep a beacon lit. My flames serve not to smite others, nor to sate my hunger. Then what purpose do they serve? I cannot say for certain, but to simply behold this flame somehow sets my heart at ease. I see. It would seem you lack the power to comprehend the feelings engraved upon your soul. But such a lack is readily rectified. This warmth, invigorating and comforting. Where have I felt it before? Of course, the sun, that which shone its light upon creation. Though it would set, never did it fail to rise again. Like, and like the sun, my flames must never die. So that is the way of it. Through your flames, you sought to recreate the sun's journey, to recreate the world as it was before. Who are you who could unearth memories buried in the deepest recesses of my heart? It matters not who I am, but what I seek to do. Join me, and together we shall rule the galaxy we shall banish the darkness and see that the sun rises again. According to the mysterious knight, the price to save the world was clear. The inhabitants of the neighboring reality must be sacrificed. To which Spicy Red replied, I have sworn to use my power to save the world. If innocent souls must be consumed by my flame, then I shall bear responsibility for the sin. Thus did he choose his path, of his own volition, and his spirit lives on in me, an undying flame. A world engulfed in darkness had become the norm for me, but since coming here and basking in the sun, I've been reminded of all we had lost. I understand Spicy Red now. Understand why he was willing to sacrifice all to the world to the way it was. To him, it was worth the price. Well, I must say, it felt great to take a squirm down memory lane. With that, I shall now rejoin the others, of my own volition, of course. You have found the last of the Void Scent. Time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Host. Now it's time to tie it all together. I think. I don't know. No, I guess there was a... whatever. Could have gone the other way. Should have gone the other way. Would have gone the other way. But instead I went this way. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, wow. Bow, 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 bow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh-wa-ba. You did it. You found all of me. I trust I upheld my part of a bargain and told you about more mighty void scent. I learned the path. So you had already crossed paths with them. Though the tales may not help you in the battles ahead, I dare say they will give you something to think upon. As mortals, then void scent, then archfiend, these troubled souls fought with all their being, and now their fight is over. Fair. I liked Spicy Red. Miss him already. I myself have only heard the tales from others. If I'm to make their feelings my own, I need to become whole again, which I can now do thanks to you. So all of them are accounted for? Then by all means, let's have them return to the way they were. Yeah. Without further ado, then, to me, myself. Blip, 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 blip. You blip, 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 blip. Yeah, blip, 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 blip. Bloop. At last, we're whole again. There's nothing we need fear. And with each of us experience and that which each of us experienced since coming here, it's as if I had experienced it all for myself. I say it again, but this world is a truly fascinating place. I must see more of it. Yes, I must. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but now that it's whole, I can't help but feel that it's more of a danger. Well, yet with the undersea portal destroyed, there's no way to return it. There's no way to return it whence it came. Whatever should we do now? What's this I see? Oh, it's Void Scent. There's a few of them in that direction. More of my brethren made it over, it seems. Curious, though, this is much farther than I can perceive. I can only assume my vision has improved. Could this be the accumulative effect of our experiences here? There's another Hecti? What? It can sense kind from a vast distance? Amazing. Such an ability would make the task of tracking down invading Void Scent a breeze. If the creature would agree to assist us in this matter, I'm confident that I can convince my superiors to forge a pact with it. Okay, that's going to lead into... But if that's the case, why can't Zero do that? Maybe it's just because it's a Hecti? I don't know. Oh ho, if it means I can remain in this world, then I'd gladly agree to that arrangement. I can't say how much I'm indebted to you, mortal. Working with this fellow here, I'll find a way to communicate with your kind and make myself useful. Thank you for everything. Blink thrice, if maybe. Alright, that was quick. I figured it might be, but still, all the same. Alright, Manderville quests. It's 9 o'clock. I've been streaming for like 5 hours. Might just call it here. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it here. We can do the Manderville quests tomorrow, I think. I don't think there's really anything else to do. Oh yeah, the Island Sanctuary quests. That'd be another good thing to do. But we're not going to worry about that stuff now. We'll worry about that stuff later. Well, in any case, I really appreciate all of you guys coming along. I just want to say thank you for the follows. Thank you for the stream. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Anyway, have a good night. Actually, let's see if there's someone I can raid real fast. I don't really have anyone here, but let me go look. Let me go look to see who's on that probably wouldn't mind me raiding them real fast. With absolutely no one in chat. Do low to high. Let's raid Brian. Why not? Looks like Brian is playing Kaichu, the Kaiju dating sim. No clue what that means, but yeah, we'll raid him. In any case, have a good night, everyone.